Sorry for the 15-minute delay, but we were figuring out our technical difficulties. But I'm here with Laura PETRACCA of Hunter Valentine
Hello.
and Make or Break, the Linda Perry Project. So we'll be answering the questions that you guys have tweeted in. And there's been some good ones I've been looking to see. It's been very interesting to read what people want to know from you. So I hope you're prepared. We got some about G spots or G strings already, so I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you knew it was going to be coming.
Attends. Oh shit. Attends. Fuck yeah.
Oh,
Is that Laura for real? Am I dreaming?
I'm really excited that you're there. That's awesome. I'm trying to figure it out. It's like the control room that keeps like unmuting things. I'm like, what's happening? Okay, so we're going to start with a question. Let's see. Let's go with Queen Mercury wants to know if you could be a guest drummer for any band, what would it be?
Ooh. Dead or alive, it doesn't matter, right?
I guess it doesn't matter.
Actually, I'd probably want to be a guest drummer for Muse.
Oh, okay. Kiyomi loves that band too. You guys are just big fans or what?
I want to say that I introduced her to Muse, so she likes them because I like them.
Oh, okay. I see how that works. Okay. What about, if you weren't a drummer, Anna wants to know, what would you like to be?
Well, I'm actually, I used to be a chef, so I think if I wasn't full-time musician, I would 100% have a restaurant, probably have some kind of a chain, because it would be very successful.
Yes. That's also what Kiyomi said. So you guys are same.
Yeah, it's funny because we talked about, maybe down the road that we would probably open up a restaurant together, so.
You guys just like in it to win it for the end. You guys are like, wait, that actually was another question. Somebody asked if you and Kiyomi have ever hooked up, so I'm going to go ahead and ask that right now.
No, we have never hooked up.
Okay.
Believe it or not, like it hasn't happened, and it
What
will
about-
never happen.
And like a truth or dare situation, no one's ever been like, I dare you to kiss Kiyomi.
Yeah, no, never. We've never even nothing. There's maybe like an extra long hug or something, but definitely have not hooked up. We're honestly 100% like sisters, so I think it would ruin it if we did something.
Totally. I could see
I
that.
think we'd be gross. I'm actually grossed out thinking about it, so.
Okay. That's fine. Well, what's your favorite TV show, Melina wants to know?
I guess what I used to love back in the day was Roseanne, but
Yeah.
currently I just went through all the Mad Men seasons, and I was kind of obsessed with that a little bit. I actually would buy Canadian Club and just get kind of weird and do things very Mad Men-like, sit there and drink whiskey while watching Mad Men, just because that's all they did, smoke and drink and have sex, and it was like the most perfect show for me.
Sounds good. All right. So, what's your first tattoo of, and then which one is your favorite? That's from Lisa.
My first tattoo, if you can see, it's this bird. It's actually a Hunter Valentine tattoo. We decided a long time ago, let's all get, at the time that was our logo, was the two swallows holding a banner with our name, and we said, let's get this one tattoo, and when we get a record deal, we'll get the next tattoo, which is this one, the other swallow. So these were my first two tattoos, and they happen to be band tattoos.
Cool. So, is that your favorite too, or do you have a different fave?
I'm really, it's the newer one, but it's also, almost a year old. I really like the lobster a lot.
Okay.
That's probably one of my more favorite ones right now. I'm gonna get, I want to get a skeleton of a pig. That's my next one.
So you're clearly a vegetarian, I feel.
Yeah, seriously.
All right. So, all the girl parties, like Shedonism, Dinah, Girls in Wonderland, Lisa wants to know which one's your favorite.
Well, I really love the people that throw, I mean, they're all different. It's about the people that throw it too, and they're all those organizers and promoters are amazing. So I would have to say it's so hard because Sheetonism's new. So I'd like to say, well, it's more new for me too, but I'd like to say that because I have a little bit of an obsession with Vegas, and it's sort of my kind of place.
Okay.
And that's what Sheetonism is.
Okay.
And it just seems like it's a little bit more wild. Like Dinah is wild, 100% wild. But there's something about Sheetonism that has that little nasty thing going on that I'm very attracted to.
Okay. I liked how you said this week on the episode, you said what happens on tour stays on tour. So I didn't realize that was a thing.
Oh, well, I'm single, and so it's fine for me. And even to all the ex-girlfriends, when I was on tour, I was a good little girl. Don't worry. So yeah,
we'll believe that.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? Okay. Kristen wants to know if you could be an animal, any animal. What animal would you be?
It's funny. I think somebody asked me this recently, and I said cat because I want to, bask in the sun, have somebody pet me all day, and sleep. I think that would be such a great animal. But I want to be an outdoor cat because I want to be able to go and do whatever I want to.
You don't want to be caged. I see this. I see a theme emerging here. You want to be wild and crazy at all times. Okay. All right. Let's see what else. People have some crazy questions for you. Okay. What is the worst gift you've ever received? Vicky wants to know.
I mean, I don't really I guess I don't really think of things like that. If I receive anything, I'll just take, I'll just accept it no matter what. I mean, I don't really judge what I get, let's say. And I do receive a lot of interesting things. Like I did get from Texas, this pot holder. And I mean, it's kind of a weird thing to get, but I love it.
You're like,
I still have it. I still take it with me. I leave it in my gear bag for some reason because I just think it's cool. I get random stuff. Somebody gave me one stiletto shoe, and I didn't really know what to do with it, so that I didn't keep. Recently in Chicago, somebody gave me a bamboo cutting board. That was pretty cool. So, I mean, I love all interesting things. So, honestly, it would be really hard to give me a gift I didn't like.
But I understand those, the pot holder and the bamboo cutting board because you're a cook. So, I mean, obviously they pay attention to you and they want you to have stuff that they think you'll use. So I can see that.
Yeah.
The stiletto is a little what are you supposed to do with that? I don't know. But
actually, I got this. Here, let me show you.
Okay.
I got these from somebody from Jersey, and and she's on this. I want her to see that I still have them. Okay. So they're right here. Pink drumsticks. So, yeah.
I love the pink. Okay.
I'm not a hoarder, but for some reason I keep all these really interesting things that I get.
Well, I would too. I think that's smart. Even though you live in Brooklyn, so you probably don't got a lot of space, but do what you can.
Actually, I have an okay amount of space, but yeah.
Okay. I just always assume. I'm like, you live in New York, you live in a box. So how about, what's your favorite city to tour in, Laura?
My favorite city? Oh, let's see. I have so many favorite cities. I really loved being in Germany, so Berlin was really cool. Obviously love Canada, so Toronto. But I guess in general, a lot of cities. I love the West Coast. I love Portland and San Francisco. So I guess I'm really bad at telling you my favorite. I love them all.
That's okay. You can like them all. It's just, I guess she wants you to say where she lives, probably.
Where does she live?
I don't know. I bet you she'll love to hear if you said her state. What song from a Hunter Valentine album, any Hunter Valentine album, most speaks to you? Laura wants to know.
Which song from any Hunter Valentine album?
Yeah.
I mean, biasly saying I like the Canadian Love Song because it actually really was. Like, obviously, I love all our music, but that one to me is probably the most me, I guess, because it sort of has to do with a really hard time with a really important person, and it was a way to sort of get that release out. So yeah, the Canadian Love Song for me.
Okay. And are you guys going to be coming to Europe anytime soon? Ellie wants to know.
Yeah, we are actually planning right now. Hopefully, we'll be out the end of September till November doing, North America, so the States and Canada. And I think we are trying to plan something for next year as early as possible without it being too cold to go to Europe.
Sounds good. Okay, next, let's see. Are you okay? Laura wants to know. So, if putting dollar bills and G strings are in your comfort zone, will you describe the moment you felt out of your comfort zone?
Oh my God, so many moments on the Linda Perry project. She pushed us a lot, so I would say that probably the first week that I was on that show, there were like a lot of, which you've seen a lot of those moments already, like busking in the street. What you didn't see, which I wish they'd showed, was I also played a song by myself. So that was probably a really trying experience for me.
How did it go? Like, was it something that you aren't used to doing, or?
Yeah, like not on the spot like that. I haven't really done. I've done open mic a couple times, but keyboard and sometimes guitar, but not in a long time. And usually open mic, you have that moment where you're like, I'm ready, I'm gonna do this. I'm usually just right behind the drums, and so yeah, playing like acoustically in the middle of the street was out of my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do it again now.
Yeah. Oh, so now you're like, there's three.
I want to go to an open mic in New York, and I just want to show up and play like 3 acoustic songs or something.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Well, even on a future tour, maybe you could do it like come out.
Yeah, maybe.
Film me, go off stage for a second and change into a new bra, and then you could just.
Okay, you've been watching the show, right?
Yeah.
You think that's gonna happen? I was
Hey, you guys have been in it from the beginning, so she might give you.
I think I could convince her for sure.
I know. I believe that completely. So, okay. So, Danny wants to know, what do you think is the biggest challenge for new musicians?
Oh, right now it gets basically the same challenge for always. It's having the best songs. Having a really solid song is going to get you anywhere you need to go. I guess having commitment, that's always very hard. A lot of people fail. A lot of people, like musicians are known, like they have this really bad, or like where they say that we're not very, we're very like free-spirited and run around, and it's hard to get us to just focus. But so focusing and commitment and having the best song, and that's really all you need to do it. The drive, and don't give up, because there's going to be people out there, and this happens often, where they just tell you straight up how they feel, and you can't let that get to you.
Yeah. It's probably hard for a lot of people to have to deal with criticism, so you have to be able to do it.
And especially when you feel so adamant about something, where you're like, no, this song, like you feel so good about a song, and like having somebody say that it sucks. Mm-hmm. You have to say, well, they don't like it, and it doesn't mean that that person did it or that person doesn't. So
yeah. Well, because like especially on the show, you guys are in a house with so many different types of musicians, and so like something may not be your jam, but it might be somebody else's. So I'm sure that you can appreciate that as a musician, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so let's see. Somebody wants to know, are you still cooking for people in their homes, and what type of meal do you love to cook most? That's Lisa.
Oh. Well, I've been so busy, haven't been able to do that, but I have done. Oh, is that a dog?
Hold on.
I'm sort of been loyal to one of my friends from Boston, and I've gone out and done a cancer benefit a couple times. Kiyomi and I actually did it this last year, and it's for a good cause. It's raising money for cancer, breast cancer, and but yeah, if I have time, I would totally go and cook at anybody's house. My favorite food is Italian food, so I make some really good risotto.
Yum. Pasta and stuff too, because you have to. You have to know how to make a good pasta.
I went to a party last week. It was my friend's birthday, and I showed up really late because I was just really late, and I wanted to make something, but I went to the corner deli, and I was like, oh, okay, what am I going to get at this deli? So I picked up some stuff and then made pasta, and all of these people at the party were like, who made this?
Oh
What
my,
is this? Even like, and I want to say all the models came to have seconds and thirds. That's when you know it's good.
you made models eat?
They had seconds and thirds.
What? Oh my God, then that is a success for sure.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, so Alicia wants to know, Sharknado, thumbs up or down?
I don't really know.
Half thumb. You don't know. You're like in the
I have
middle. Alicia also wants to know your most embarrassing moment on tour.
some. On tour,
Yeah.
you know what? It's funny because I'm like I don't really get embarrassed anymore. I don't think. I'm sure I've said or done something that maybe for a split second I was embarrassed, but I don't even know if I have one. I feel like everything I do is okay.
That's good. No regrets. I love it. Do you have like one from when you were younger or something where you were less confident and you thought this is?
I've always been fairly confident.
Well, that's good. That's why you're a musician and you can handle all the any criticism thrown your way. Then I guess.
Yeah.
Um. Oh right. Let's see. Oh well, Dave's twin wants to know if you come to St. Louis and you go to a strip club again, can I come?
Yeah. Can you take me?
They got to show you where all the good ones are.
Yeah. I like the ones that aren't very clean. Let's say.
Okay, you like the trashiest ones possible.
Yeah, I
I
like
did
catch
that
bars.
too.
Actually, in Atlanta, there's a really cool place where it's like a really divey bar, and then they have dancers behind the bar, and they're of any age, any type of person, and that's what I love that because it's like
Yeah.
there was this like I'm not joking. I think she was 65-year-old lady was dancing,
I
and
would love that.
yeah, it was amazing. So.
Because you guys tour all over and you've probably played a lot of different like lesbian type venues and bars. Like, do you have a favorite lesbian bar in the States?
I do, actually. I really love Phase One.
In DC?
Yeah, I love it. It's the oldest, supposedly it's the oldest lesbian bar in America.
Mhm.
And it's owned by a gay man. And he talks, sometimes he's there and he talks about back in the day when they had all these riots in DC about, homosexuality, and that bar's still up and running, and they still throw like major, they throw Phase Fest, which we're playing this year, and that's like one of my favorite parties for like bar parties because it's always sold out. There's always tons and tons of people, lots of bands play, and they're all like sort of local bands, and then the party kind of continues until 7 in the morning. So
Badass.
I like Phase One.
You have a question from someone named Keomance, and she wants to know how it feels
Oh my god.
in a band with your bestest friend in the world.
What did she say?
She wants to know how it feels to be in a band with your bestest friend in the whole world.
It's the most amazing feeling. I especially love when she washes my hair,
Hmm.
and when she paints my toenails. Those are my
Oh.
two favorite things.
Well, that's very nice of her. Do you do stuff like that for her too?
Yeah, but her list's a bit more weird than that, so we can't really talk about it.
Okay. Well, we already know you haven't hooked up, so that's good to know. What's your most memorable moment on tour, Vicky wants to know?
I'd have to say one of my most memorable moments was being in Tokyo and playing Summer Sonic, like just stepping out on the stage really early. Like I think our set time was, I want to say 12:30 or 1 o'clock, and walking out. And the way that they have that's so organized. So walking out and getting sort of set up, there were all of these people just sitting, waiting. And as soon as we played our first note, they all came right to the front and just like the room filled up. There's probably like 400 people. It was our second time ever in Tokyo, and that sort of feeling of them loving music that much, like those fans that were at that show, they just really love music. And seeing that sort of made me really appreciate music again, you know, on a different level, because you play a lot of gigs where people just look at you and they're like, you know, ugh, you know, this, or it's the city's so cool, you know?
Yeah.
That, it's good to see places where they don't care, they just want to hear the music.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell me a little bit about working with Linda Perry as a drummer? How did that work for you? Was she able to help you specifically in drumming at all? Was it more just like songwriting as the band?
Linda basically, like, I mean, in terms of the show, obviously there's things I can't really talk about, but from her whole process was getting inside of yourself and sort of reaching an inner space that she liked you to feel vulnerable. You know, she wanted you to dig deep and get it out, and then, you know, that's how that's how you create real music. So I guess working with her, it just sort of made me seriously, I guess answering that comfort zone question kind of ties into this, that she really made me feel like I could do a lot better. And not that I'm not good, but just like trying to make you, you know, you can do a lot better than what you're doing, so let's, you know, get into it. And she's just a really amazing person. Just seeing her sit behind, I got an opportunity to see her sit behind a piano and just come up with something on the spot, and it's beautiful. Like, she's one of the best songwriters I currently know. You know, just her being able to do something like that, and that's what she wants us to do, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been really interesting to watch her process. I feel like it's been really cool to see how she works with all different kinds of people. But at the same time, it's kind of cool that you guys also have like the queer thing in common. Does that affect songwriting with her, or does that not have anything?
No, not at all. Like, it's sort of one of those things that's like, I know what you eat, you know? Like, it's kind of cool to sort of be on that thing. We understand that side of ourselves, I guess. Mm-hmm. But usually with music, sexuality, I mean, it just comes out through the music. It's not necessarily like, you know,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like on last night's episode, Candace came out and was talking about how she's kind of newly out. Were you guys able to connect with her at all, help her through that, or is she kind of?
Oh, we were so proud of her. I mean, I had just met her, and, you know, obviously, like Linda tweeted last night that there's a lot of days that had happened before they went into the studio, so like there was a little bit more, and she sort of said, you know, we had to cut a lot of stuff out because they just need to get to the juice, I guess, right? And so when she had come out, sort of being there, I guess like Nick had said, she had come out the year before, but she sort of told us, that's like, you know, she's like, yeah, I just came out to Linda Perry, you know, so we were all very happy for her. We were like, oh, you should probably tell, you should probably call your mom now.
Yeah, probably let her know. That's awesome. Well, is there anything else that you would want people to know about the show that maybe you think that they can't tell if they're just watching at home?
I don't know. It's really hard because, you know, I'm watching it at the same time as everybody else. Like, yeah. I don't get the preview. I don't get to see it like the day before or anything like that. So for me, it's just as exciting to watch the show because I have no idea what they're going to put up there. Mm-hmm. So I guess I don't really know what, like, in the last 3 episodes, there were, like Linda said, there was just so much stuff that happened that just didn't make it. So, like me playing the guitar on the street. So, I don't know. I guess just have to watch it every week and see what happens.
All right. Well, thank you for taking our questions today and live chatting. And you'll probably be back in the future since we're going to be doing like a switch off, you, Kiyomi, or the both of you, or
Oh,
what. So
you know what? Yeah, Kiyomi and I should do one together. We'll do one. Maybe we'll do the next one together.
that would be awesome. Okay. Well, have a good week, and we'll see you next time then.
See you later. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.